You try to rob me 2 days before the event, and you sign the contract. And you think I will like stay like this? We sign the contract to make everything peace of mind, and you think you will come like this and rob me?
Yo, what's up everybody? It's me, Robert Moraine, and welcome back to my channel. Last night, lots of new information has come to light. Canon did his live stream as promised. 9 p.m. sharp, he was on it. So right after that, Tight-Eyez did a live stream responding directly to what Canon said. So there's a lot to unpack here. On this episode, I'm just going to be going through Canon's live stream only. I'm not going to speak during the video when he's speaking. I'm going to do commentary at the end like usual. And before I start, if you don't know what the hell is going on here, please make sure to check out this link. It's going to link you to the very beginning of the story where it all started at Fusion Concept. The story is just continuously evolving, and right now on the timeline we are at Canon's second response on his live stream. He is answering Tight-Eyez' second live stream. Grab some popcorn, get a drink. This is gonna take a while. It's almost an hour long, so let's get into this. He said, soon we're gonna start in 10 minutes. So I'm gonna fast forward this little intro part. I thought I would show it just so there's no bias here and it doesn't look like I'm cutting out half the information. This is really starting from the very beginning. He is just telling his French audience that he's going to be speaking in English and that he's starting at 9 p.m. And this is about 10 minutes before 9 p.m. So that makes complete sense. If you check it out, I'm in the chat, and so is a lot of other dancers, and I'm also in the chat with Tight-Eyez live stream in the next video, so look out for me there. I do some commentary while they're speaking live in the chats, so that's interesting. And yeah, so I'm gonna fast forward it right here. Please be patient. It'll just take about 10 seconds to get up to the point where we need to be good. So fast forward.
So please share this live, share this story, because everybody has to know the whole story. Okay, so if you have to share, share. And people who got like some bad comments on my account, okay, keep going if you want, but do it after listen my stories, okay? And I will just speak with facts, and I will show proof of what I say. I got everything, I think, to prove the story I got. I will tell you tonight. Okay. Okay. Yes. Some people, I recognize some names on my live. Okay. Je t'ai reconnu, voilà. Je t'ai reconnu, gros sang. Tu regardes mes lives. C'est bien, hein? Continue. Voilà. Yeah, I will be posting. Ok. Voilà. Ah, rigole. Vas-y, t'aimes les histoires. Là, c'est mon tour, là. Là, c'est mon tour. C'était toi qui étais en live. C'est toi qui étais en live il y a pas si longtemps. Là. Ouais, il fallait que tu me formes, gros sang. Ok. Okay, let's start. 2 minutes. Yeah, I like schedule. Okay, so I start now. So we'll start with context. Okay, I will explain my relationship with Bella and Tight-Eyez. Okay, so Bella is someone I know since like 2013. Okay, it's a guy I met in the USA because we made the plane. We was connected because this event was like open style my event was freestyle. So a friend in common connect us. Okay, so we start talking and the feeling was there. So it was a really good relationship with him. So we start to make business together. He wanted to organize to be the link between USA and France. So I said, yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do some event together. So it was the prelims of Fusion Concept USA. Okay, and every friend of him became my friend too, like Swift, Jostai, Toshi, Adonis, Mike. So it was really good people. I recognize me into them when in USA, because they start from nothing. They start to build something with their own pocket. So it was same thing for us in France. We start to create events with own pocket. So it was like something we can make together. So I start to organize Fusion Concept and we start to be friends. Ok. Donc comme j'ai dit, voilà, Bella c'était un mec que j'ai rencontré au States avec un ami en commun qui nous a mis en connexion parce qu'il organisait un truc en freestyle et moi aussi, donc on s'est connecté et donc on a décidé qu'il soit les présélections Quinry du Fusion Concept pour qu'il soit le lien entre les States et moi. Ok, so now I'm gonna explain my relationship with Eyes. Okay, Talais, I met him in 2012 before my battle. Okay, he's a friend of Grushka. Grushka is my friend, so we connect together. I said, let's do a battle because I think it can be something good if we do a battle like hip hop versus crunk. You're the creator, and I want to battle you. So we organized that in my event called 123, and then after the battle we start to become friends. He came back for Fusion Concept 2013, yes, and some little things happen. He missed flight 2 times, 3 times. I paid 2 ticket flights for him. I called a friend to pick him up, to bring him to the airport. So it was like really something like crazy at the time. But it was okay. He was there, he killed the event, and everything was good. So that is my relationship with Eyes. So it's someone who I can go to Los Angeles and we can meet to each other and then maybe go to see a movie or something. So he was a good friend. So now I start the story. Okay, so the problem is about the money situation. Okay, the problem is just about the money situation. I see the life of Eyes and he cares about the money he deserves to have. Okay, he's supposed to have. So I will explain the whole story and then after I will read the comments. Okay, so that's the story starts in April when I wanted to book Eyes to Fusion Concept. So I was with my friend Bella, who was the organizer of Fusion Concept USA. And then he told me, yes, now I have an agency, I care about artists, and I have Talais in my agency. So I said, yes, that's good. It's better if I got friends who care about Talais. It's crazy. So let's do something. So I want to book Talais. Tell me the condition. So he asked me how much you want to put in Talais. I say, I said 750. He said, no. Talais cannot come for that. I said, okay, so give me the price. He said, Talais cannot come under 3K. Okay? 3K, 3,000 euro. I said, okay. So let me find a solution. I come back to you. Okay? So I came back the next day with a solution. I said, if I send Talais to China to do 2K and 1K in France for Fusion Concept Festival, it's okay for you? He said, yes, let's do it. It's okay because Talais make 3K total, so it's okay for us. I said, okay, but bro, we have to do a contract because I have a bad, you know, back in the days, some stuff with Thales plane, a lot of people who miss plane and stuff like this. So I said, let's do a contract. He said, okay, let's make a contract. So we make a contract, okay? We talk about details and everything. Yes, we see every details, everything. So then I say, okay, Thales, I have to sign the contract. He said, yes, no problem. Thales, I have to sign the contract. The contract is fair. So let's make Thales sign this contract. Okay, so this contract is here. Boom. Contract, boom, 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 boom. I will put again all what I put now. I will put again in my story at the end of the live. So this, sorry, I don't know if you see that. Yeah. So this is the contract of Thales. Okay. And this is the signature of Thales. Sorry. But I will put in my story, okay? And this is the agreement of what Thales will get for money. So, if you see, oh, sorry. Okay. Whatever, I will put that in my story, and you will have time to read and everything. So I will put that in my story, okay? But the contract said you will be paid 2K on July 24 by cash in China, and 1K 2 weeks after the Fusion Concert World Final by bank transfer. Okay, so the artist commit to send a bill that August 1st, 2019, blah blah blah, just movement, blah blah blah. Okay. So, the contract was clear. Thales signed this contract. Okay, so that was clear. So now, I come back to the story. Okay. Okay, so now I go to USA for the USA qualification. So, Thales was in the judge panel, so it was the occasion to see him, talk with details because the contract wasn't signed yet. Okay, so I met Thales there. We talk. We even make a video together. So everything was clear. He make the shout out for China. I have the shout out for China. He make the shout out for China. Yes, I will be there. Blah 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 blah. Okay. So everything was clear. At that time, I would talk about the concrete situation. So I said to Thales, yeah, you will do with concrete. Thales tell me, and Bella told me, yes, I prefer do with Mio. If I come with Mio, it will be like over because Mio is also a black label agency. Bella told me that Mio is also a black label agency. Okay, so it was like easier for them to book Mio and Eyes. I said, okay, that is better. If I got Mio and Eyes together, crazy. It will be crazy. It's like historic. Okay. So I decide to say, okay, if you come instead of concrete, you have to deal with concrete. You have to talk to concrete and deal with him. Because you told me you want to do with Mio, so you have to deal with him. He said, okay, no worry, concrete is my little homie, I will care about it. I said, okay, no problem. If you care about it, it's okay. So, sorry, because j'ai pris des notes hein, pour pas me perdre. So, now, Mio and Thales is supposed to come to the battle, but I didn't sign anything with Mio. So we make a group call conversation about the details and everything. But I precise when I came back to USA, I received the Tylize contract signed. The contract I will put in my story right after the live. So now I received the contract. We decided to make a group call with Mio, the manager of Tylize Beta, Tylize himself, and me. So we discussed about details. Mio was okay, was good with that. Yes, let's do it. We talk about money. He say I proposed him like 1K.5. He said okay. First he said okay. Then everything was clear. We talk about planes ticket for flight. We talk about everything. Okay. So now after that, I sent the contract to Mio to sign his contract. Okay. Mio read the contract and say, no, I want to come for 3K. I say, no, you say last night you say 1K5. Why you say 3K? He say, I come for 3K because it's gonna be epic. So I don't come for under 3K. I say, okay, you didn't sign the contract. I made a mistake to post the flyer before you signed the contract. So, okay. He said, I want to 1K5 now and 1K5 when I arrive. I said, okay. So I sent 1K5 to Mio. Then he's supposed to share the flyer, but he didn't. But it's okay. And then I start to organize the China things for eyes. Okay. So I received a message from Bella who told me eyes is booked for Russia and they forget it, and it was in the same time than China. I said, oh shit, why is it the same time than China? Everything is already booked. You signed the contract, everything. So we cannot cancel the China workshop, and he's supposed to judge Fusion Concept China. And the organizer already put the flyer and everything. So we cannot cancel that. He said, no, eyes make 15K in Russia, so it cannot leave 15K. It's too much money to forget it. I said, okay, so let's find a solution. So I connect the Russian organizer and the Chinese organizer. I connect them together and we make a WhatsApp group to see the situation. We find a solution. The China organizer push back his workshop, then he can go to Russia the next day. So it was China and Russia, like, okay. So everything was clear. Tylize was in the group. Everything was clear. All organizer was happy to find a solution to make it happen. Tylize can do China and can do Russia. So everything was good. Okay. And then I received a message from Tylize. I will put that in my story after the live. Bro, I'm in China. What's good? Or something like this. I say, you're in China? But why you say nothing? Why I don't know you're already in China? He said, I'm in China for something. I don't know what it is. It was maybe a TV show. I don't know. But he was in China already. Okay? And I asked him, do you want to go back to USA? Or maybe it's better if you stay in China, because I know you miss playing sometime. So I prefer maybe you stay in China. I have connection. I can make you stay in China. So I called the organizer. I proposed that to the organizer. I said, Tylize is in China already. He can go back in USA and come back, or stay in China. I recommend you. Then he stay in China. You pay hotel, food, everything. Then he can do his work and don't miss flight and everything, and not back and forth like 16 hours flight. Okay. So the organizer was okay. So he contacts the production who bring Tylize in China. to make the connection, and then he brings Thalys to Shanghai. Okay, so in Shanghai, Thalys was booked for Russia 6 months ago, but didn't make any visa. So the organizer proposed to Thalys to help him to make the Russian visa, but it wasn't his problem. But he proposed to Thalys to help him to do his Russian visa. Okay, so they go to embassy, everything, whatever, and that wasn't good. So Thalys cannot do his Russian visa in China. So the organizer paid him a ticket to go back to USA, make his Russian visa, and come back in France. Okay, and come back in China. Thalys never come back. So the organizer was like furious, really like furious. So, okay, some sushi. So the organizer lose money, everything, blah 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 blah. So now the story starts about the beef situation. So I call his manager. I say, yo, brother, Thalys wasn't in China. Organizer lose money. So what next? Why you don't respect the contract? He told me, I didn't know about this. I'm sorry. Let's make it happen. Let's find solution. What can I do to find solution? Can I do something? I said, no, bro. For now, it's useless to do something. Just make sure you respect the contract, the other part in the contract. The other part of the contract was the friend's part. So make sure Thalys respect that. It say yes, he will respect that, the other part. So I say to him, he lose 2K, in France is 1K, like he wrote in the contract. He say yes, he will follow the contract. I say okay, if it's like this, I'm okay. After the Fusion Concept Festival, we will talk about the Chinese situation and we will find a solution about this. Okay? He said, okay, whatever. So, after that, the days passed. And then I asked to the manager, why you don't post the flyer of Fusion Concept? You have to post, that is the contract, you have to post the flyers of Thalys and Mio, who compete in Fusion Concept, because all guests post something, its promotion is like this. Okay, so the manager told me, yes, I don't know why you don't post. I tried to call him, blah 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 blah. I tried to call him, he don't reply, blah 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 blah. I say, oh bro, you're the manager. You have to talk to your clients. You're the manager, bro. So you have to make it happen. You have to make your client respect the contract he signed. And then he just wrote me, and I got message. I put that in my story. Adjust the messenger, blah 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 blah. So now he's not a manager anymore. So okay, they pass. Okay, so Mio was clear, supposed to come, get his money, everything was good. And then 2 days before the flight, they send me a text, and I will put that in my story. Thalys don't come under 5K. Do you pay or not? I say, why you do that? We have a contract. He signed, everything was clear. So why now you ask me 5K for Thalys coming? And we signed a contract. So the manager, brother, he said, it's like this now. You have to send 5K. I told him, I already paid the flight. I already pay the hotel. 70 people pay already the workshop of Tyrese and Mio. I already promote him. I did that in the right order. Sign contract, then I promote, then I put the ticket online. So if you do that, I lose like around 6K. If you do that to me now, you cannot do that to me. You're my friend, you cannot do that to me. And then, they don't care. Contract or not, they don't care. So I have like three options in front of me. Pay 5K 2 days before the event. And I have just 2 days because he wanted the 5K before he leave. So just 2 days, and if I make a bank transfer, that makes 4 days to come. So pay 5K. Option B, say no, cancel Tyrese, lose 6K, invest because he signed the contract, or find a solution to not make me fucked by this guy. Sorry, but I choose the third option. You try to rob me 2 days before the event, and you sign the contract, and you think I will like stay like this. We sign the contract to make everything peace of mind, and you think you will come like this and rob me? I think it's not Tyrese. I think it's the manager. The manager, because I will explain you why he's the manager. So now, me, I was like shocked. I got no option. Option A, I send 5K and maybe he will not come because if he sign the contract, he decides what he wants. Or cancel Tyrese and I lose every money I put for flight tickets, hotel, and people who already pay for him. Or find a solution to make him respect the contract. So, sorry bro, but I'm a smart guy. So, I find this solution. Maybe it's not good, but I find this solution to make him respect this fucking contract. That contract I will put in my story that you sign, and I will explain you after what you told me after the battle, and I explain you why I didn't talk to you when you come to France, because you're supposed to be my friend and you try to rob me. You come to France and you think I will say like, oh Tyrese, whoa, you're my friend, or I will check everybody. I check Mio because Mio was fair. Mio read his contract, put his condition, I respect his condition, and I pay. But you sign the contract, and after your manager come and don't respect the contract and try to rob me money 2 days before event. So that is the message to every dancer or artist who don't respect contract when you sign with organizer. I'm a dancer too. And I will never do that to any organizer. Never do that to any organizer. If I sign a contract, even if it's €1, if I accept that, I read the contract, I accept that, I come for €1. If I sign a contract for €30,000, the organizer pay me €30,000 and I come for something I sign. So now he tried to put my house down. I pay the event from my own pocket. I got sponsor. Yes, I got Snipes. Yeah, thank you Snipes to help me. First years they come to support. Yes, thank you. But bro, it's my money and my partner money. With you to put money inside. Okay? So now you try to sign a contract. Say yes, I will come for that. I'm agreed to come for what you propose in the contract. And then 2 days before your departure, you say, no, I don't come, and I come for 5K. Like this. And me, I'm like this, like, comme on dit en France, like, comme un bolos. I'm like this, and I stay like this, and I send 5K, and maybe you don't come, because you don't come for, if you don't come, even if you sign the contract, maybe you don't come, even if you ask I send you 5K. So what I'm supposed to do? I send you money, and I lose 11K, because 6K already put, for organize everything, and 5K for you, and maybe you don't come. Or, cancel and lose 6K, I already invest because you signed the contract. Or find a solution to make you respect this fucking contract. So, me, yes, we met us in the street battle. Like you say, in the street battle. So I use a straight way to make you respect the contract. So now, okay, I did something really wrong to say, to make a fake bank transfer. Yes, I did a fake bank transfer, but it was legit because someone tried to put a knife under my throat just 2 days before. And even if you deserve 10K, 15K, say it before sign a contract. If you say, I deserve 15K, before signing the contract, I choose to pay that with you or not. I choose, but you choose to come for that. So me, I do my job, promote you, pay flights, everything, see every details for you. How many calls we got? How many time I tried to call you to explain you details? Okay? How many time I call you to explain you details about your coming? How many times? Your manager was here with every details. So now I explain when you come because, okay. So now you know the manager tried to rob me, or maybe Tyler's I'm a manager, I don't know, but I got the message. I will put the message on my story. Tried to rob me, I got 3 options, I'll choose the option C to make him respect the contract. So he came to France. Me, I will not, I said to my team, I cannot talk to Tyler's. I cannot talk to Tyler's. I don't explain you why, but I cannot talk to Tyler's. Just care about him. Give him what he deserves, hotel, caring, everything, and that's it. I will talk to him after the battle, then it can be like peace in mind. So he did the battle. We explained the rules 2 times. Thursday night, you was there to, like this, you was there like this, to listen to me. I explained also Sunday before the event all the rules, and we talk about the touching rules. And what I say about the touching rules, you know, because I make a joke about Mio kicking no script. We said if you touch someone, the judge decides if you dismiss or not. The judges decide if you dismiss or not. But it wasn't a disqualification straight. And everybody was agree. So, okay. So now, after you did the battle, you think I played chess with the dancer at the battle. I already explained about it in my video. So if you want to look the video about the rules, you can look. So now, after the battle, when you dance, I said to you, we have to talk. We have to talk. We talk after the battle. I wanted to know your reason about why you did that to me. Why you asked me 5K 2 days before you coming, and you know I'm like this. And you sign a contract. You know what he told me? Do you know why he told me straight in face? I don't even read the contract. I just signed because my manager told me to sign. And my partner was there. My partner was there. I said, you don't read the contract? So your manager just put your contract and you sign like this. Because it was a misunderstanding. He said, I thought the contract was breached in the contract because you didn't send me 1K deposit. I said, what? In the contract, we never talk about deposit. If you talk about deposit, I will send you deposit. Me, you ask a deposit. I did. Why I cannot do that for you? So, he said, oh, I don't know. My manager told me that. I said, okay. So now, why you don't answer my phone? Why you don't answer when I call you? My manager told me to not answer, to let them talk to you. I said, what? Really? Okay. So, everything was clear. I said to Tyler, bro, you deserve more. You deserve way more. You don't work with the right people. You surround with young people in the game, bro. Because they make you sign some stuff you don't want to sign. And me, I got my thing. Yes, I got Tyler for 1K. Yes, I did that, but I did in fair way. I proposed you that and you signed. So me, I'm okay. So now, I told you, bro, you deserve more. If you ask me 15K, I will try to find 50K. If I don't, it's okay. Stay where you are and I stay where I am. It's okay. But if you decide to sign a certain amount of money, you have to follow that. You cannot do that. You know what I mean? So now it's not finished. He go back to USA. Yes, I'm a human being. So I send a message to the manager. I send a message to the manager and I said to the manager, bro, you're young in the game. I play chess. You're just young. You try to fool me. I'm smarter than you. So I say, I make a fake transfer. What? You make a fake transfer? Blah, blah, blah. I explain all the thing. Is apologize. He say, I'm sorry. It's my fault. I'm young. I start my agency. I start that. And I make mistakes. Your assistant was there. She asked me to not put her name because she know that I talked to her and she know that you made a big mistake. And you say when you give me you apologize, I make mistake, is my fault. So now, why I send 2K.5? I explain you why. Because in the conversation, because you told me it's your fault. And because I wanted a solution. And because you was my friend, I say, bro, you give me your apologize. I'm sorry to lie to you, but I have to do that. So let's split together. I send you 2.5K and you put 2.5K. And you know what he say? Thank you, Canon. Thank you to propose this solution to keep our relationship perfect. He said that to me straight in the face on phone. Not in the face, but on phone. So I said, okay, I send you 2.5 now. And I sent 2.5K. He said, I will put the rest to Tyler. Then Tyler don't know nothing. And everybody stay in this story between us. I say, okay, me, I'm okay with that. Because you give me your apologize. But I will not do any more business with you. It's over. Then I got peace of mind, you got peace of mind, and everybody's happy. So Tyler's got 5K. I save my soul because I accept your apologize. And then you have to assume your responsibility. So now, So now you know the situation. You know the situation. And then the next day, the day after, I see a live about call-out. I say, what? Why you do a live about call-out? And I see you, brother, behind Tyler, like, yo, like this. I say, I call you straight. Yo, what are you doing? We talked yesterday. What are you doing? No, bro, Tyler is in front of me. He wants his money. Bro, I sent you yesterday the money. That take 4 days to come now. But what we was agree yesterday. We was agree. You asked me to keep that inside the circle. And now you brought behind Tyler. What are you doing, bro? You try to... Then now I see that. I see all those stories. All this story try to boom, 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 boom. So I repeat again. I will put the proof. Because me, when I talk with proof. I don't talk like this. Yeah, I got it and I don't show. I talk with proof. I will put the proof on my story. Just right after. I will put the contract. We will put the part what Tyler decide to have and sign. Okay? I will put that. I will put the conversation. I will put the email from your agency who send me back the contract signed. I will put everything. So me, I think, honestly, I feel the pain when Tyler is talked on his live. That's why I do live. Because I feel that. And Tyler deserves way more. He's the creator, he's the good dancer. Honestly, he's one of my biggest inspiration. But bro, your manager did shit. Your manager did shit, bro. He tried to force me to pay something wasn't in the contract. So he tried to play with fire and he's burned himself. So you have to talk to your manager. Why he don't make you read a contract before you sign? Why you sign a contract and you don't read? Me, you read this contract and me, you got a new contract and we respect it. Ask anybody in Fusion Concept who don't have his money who supposed to have. Ask that. Ask to anybody, judges, DJ, host, dancer who give workshop, Lee Twins, call anybody. Everybody got his money he's supposed to have. I sign a contract, I respect the contract. You try to fuck me up, I will be smarter than you or I'll fuck you up. And you say you want to fight, blah, 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 blah. Okay? I'm not a pussy, bro. I'm just afraid about God. That's it. No one make me scared. No one. So I will come to Las Vegas. I will meet your manager. I will meet manager. I will meet you face in face. You do what you have to do. Okay? I will come alone. I will just pay tickets, come and back. One day, boom, boom. And will come. And if you don't think about what this whole situation, like I explained, I got proof. And if you don't look your manager like, what are you doing? Bro, you're stupid. Bro. Sorry for saying that, but it's because you're stupid. So I don't know what to say more. Maybe I get to look because j'ai écrit des trucs pour pas me perdre, mais là je suis parti en couille, tu vois. Voilà, donc je relis. So I think I'll talk about everything. So yes, like I said, I read the comments, yes. So I know some people want to curse me. Curse if you want, no worries. I don't care about it. But I talk to everyone who try to fuck me. Don't force me to do anything. If I choose you to come to my event, to come to Fusion Concert or every event, is because I respect you. And we make condition. We sign a contract and you say what you want to say before, and I say yes or I say no. But people want to say yes, and then 2 days before the event, because they know I put money already and I cannot cancel. Fuck you. Really. Never do that again. Never do that again. And I talk to all organizers. All organizers. Don't let this happen. We have to say with one voice, a loud voice on internet, people who do shit like this. We have to put names of people who do shit like this. Because we cannot accept that. When you do event, you too vulnerable. People it's easy to destroy events. When you do events, it's like the door is open. Everything can come inside and fuck the event. And it's only you who pay everything. So it's really a risk when you do event. It's a risk. And when people do that, they can kill the event just because they don't want to respect a contract they sign themselves. So yes, like I said, I did something wrong because it wasn't the fair way, but I got just 3 options, like I said. First option, send and let a dancer try to fuck me up, or manager, I think it's a manager, or cancel the dancer and lose 6K, and every people who come for him, who try to support him, who pay ticket for event, who pay the workshop, disappoint them, or try a solution to make him respect the contract. Yes, so yes, I know some people will still with some bad idea about me. They will like send some bad message. I don't talk to you because if you think because a good dancer is like a good guy, you're stupid. He's a human being, and I think he's not Thais. I think it's his manager. Thais, don't fuck with the wrong people. You work with people who try to destroy what you create. It's simple of that. They make a mistake, a big mistake, to not let you read the contract and make you sign and give you false information because you thought I'm supposed to pay you 1K deposit. And then it wasn't true because in the contract, I will put the contract in my story. That is like this, boom, with proof, everything will be good. You talk, your manager talk, and don't show any proof. They just show the fake receipt. Yes, I did the fake receipt. Yes. But me, I got all conversation and I got contract signed by your clients, Thais. Yes. So I know people try to make us separate. They try to put hip hop versus crump. No, we don't have to do that. We together. It's freestyle, street dance. Hip hop is a street dance. Crump is a street dance. We don't have to be separate. Fusion Concept is made for that. Why I bring some American people is not to have some views. I don't care about views. You know how much you win with views? You know how much you win? You think I will be rich with your 2,000 views? 2,000 views is like around 10 euros or something like this. You think I will win money for that? With 10 euros? So, think it's not because you see Fusion Concept with a lot of people. We do free events the day before in Châtelet. We do like 1 week workshop in Laplace. It's not because you see all of that you think I'm a millionaire. No, it's just business. I do some good partnership. I have a good talking maybe. I don't know. But I work every day, bro. I work every day to make this event happen. And I get protection. I make contracts to have protection. Because already happened. You already did shit to the event before. You say you came since 10 years. You came in 2013 and I pay you free flight tickets because you miss your flight. And I will not explain the reason. I know and you don't know I know. So, I make a contract to make you respect and not lose money with free flight tickets. And be sure you come because every people who work with Thales before got problem with you. You miss flight, you come day after, whatever. I think it's not you. It's your manager. And Thales, when you say I propose to manage you, no. It was the moment when I say, if you come to me and you ask 15K, I will work and try to find this 15K. If you ask 5K, I will try to bring 5K, but you have to say that before sign a fucking contract. So yes, now you can judge me, you can judge what I did, and I will do that twice. Every time. If I have to choose, if I have to do that again, I will do that again. Because you don't do that to organizer. You don't do that to a hip-hop guy. You don't do that to a street dancer guy. And you know, we're friends. We're supposed to be friends. And the manager, Bella, was my friend. So why you do that to me? Why? I was like in my home, in France alone. I wasn't with you guys. I was in my home with my partner. Why you do that? Why you do that? Why you ask me 5K? Why can't do that? Why? No answer. No answer. I don't have any answer. Now I do not know why again. And now, sorry, I forget something. The explanation of the manager was, we asked to you 5K because you make a bridge in the contract. I say, which bridge? What? Why? What I did to break the contract? You didn't pay Thales when he was in China. I say, he wasn't in China for Fusion Concept. I say, he was in China for something else. I got the message and I sent the message to them. They say, oh, we didn't know it was for something else than Fusion Concept. So the contract is still right. And then you give me your apologize. So I told you, if you don't know the schedule of your client, of your own client, is not my problem, no? It's not my business. If you don't know the schedule of your own client. Okay. So now, me, I think you wanted to rob me money because you see Fusion Concept how it is now. You see a lot of people. You try to make events. You made like 100, 200 people. You lose money. You see Thales will come to Fusion Concept and Mio kill everything. Yes, the event will grow up. So you try to maybe I can ask him a lot of money to save maybe the money I lose. I think it's like this. I think it's like this. And I think Thales is manipulated. And I feel sorry for him. And I hope he will go out from that because he don't need that. He's one of the best dancers in the world. He don't need fake manager to don't make him read a contract. I say sorry for my English. I try to do my best. So now my live is finished. I will read the question. If you got question, is now. If you got question, is now. Donc je répète vite fait en français. En gros, Thalès et son manager, je pense que c'est son manager, ils ont essayé de m'entuber, tout simplement, ils ont essayé de m'entuber. Et je me suis pas laissé faire. Merde. Et je me suis pas laissé faire, tout simplement. Donc voilà, donc j'avais 3 options devant moi. C'est soit j'ai envoyé 5000 € et j'étais pas sûr qu'il venait parce que le gars respecte même pas un contrat qu'il a signé. Soit je perdais l'argent que j'avais déjà investi dans ses billets d'avion et hôtel, ou soit, et je perdais aussi tous les gens qu'on payait pour lui, ou j'ai trouvé une solution pour le faire respecter le contrat. J'ai choisi la solution de le faire respecter le contrat. Je sais que c'est une manière de gangster, tu vois, mais qu'est-ce que je pouvais faire? Nous, les organisateurs, on est vulnérables quand on fait un événement. On est vulnérables. Donc, les trucs comme ça, ça nous tue. Ça peut tuer un événement. Et moi, j'appelle tous les organisateurs à vous mobiliser contre ce genre de trucs. Il faut le dire parce que ça arrive. Il y en a qui gardent ça. Il y en a qui gardent ça pour eux et ils disent rien. Il y a des organisateurs, ils crèvent. Ils sont là en train de crever, tu vois. Parce que ils répondent à des exigences. Comment tu peux signer un contrat et 2 jours avant, tu dis, paye-moi 5000. Nous, on est foutus. On a déjà payé dans les billets d'avion, tout ça. 6000 €, moi, c'est pas rien pour moi. Moi, 6000 €, c'est beaucoup. Hein. C'est énorme. J'ai 6000 € demain, merci. Et là, le gars, comme ça. Oh, je viens pas. Il croit que c'est un ticket de métro, le billet. Donc voilà, donc j'ai expliqué, voilà, il me reste quoi? Il me reste 23 secondes de live. Donc j'espère que vous avez tout compris. I hope you understand. I hope you understand of that. And people with the same agency, I know you crush. Bella is a good guy, but he make mistake like everyone. And he make a big mistake. You have to assume his mistake. Peace everybody. Get us time.
Well, thank you very much, Cannon. That was a very long live stream. Honestly, I took a bunch of notes here the whole entire time for that entire hour and 10 minutes or whatever it was. I've got it all here. And also there was somebody that left his own analysis in the comments on my community section. So I'm going to read that after I read my notes. So real quick, I'm going to reiterate as fast as I can what Cannon said, just so we have all the bullet notes on what's going on here. So starting from the top, so there's a fusion concept in China, there's a fusion concept in France. He's gonna get 2K for China and he's gonna get 1K for fusion concept. IVES says yes. Then Cannon goes to the US for the US qualification of fusion concept and supposedly IVES signs the contract. Then IVES doesn't show back up to China fusion concept. So this is where all the drama starts. It all starts in China. And this contract isn't just for fusion concept in France. It's for fusion concept in China as well. So according to Cannon, IVES doesn't show up for fusion concept in China. And actually Cannon makes a point at the very end of his video saying why that is significant, but I'll get to that later. Cannon calls Butter. He says he's pissed and tells Butter to respect the rest of the contract no matter what. Since you didn't come to China, IVES, you have to make sure that you come to France and that the contract's going to be respected 100%. They agree to all of it, but Cannon still wants an answer about China. Like, what the hell happened in China? Why did IVES not come back to China? So maybe that's something we need to hear from IVES in his next video. 2 days before the flight, IVES said he won't come under 5K. Or Butter said this, not Tight Eyes, excuse me. So Butter said this, sent out in a text. It's going to be like that, there's no negotiation. Cannon had already paid for promotion and plane tickets. So Cannon will lose a lot of money if IVES doesn't come. So Cannon has 3 options total. He's either gonna pay 5K plus everything he paid. He's gonna say no, cancel the contract that he signed, and then lose the 6K of promotion and plane tickets that he spent on IVES. Or the third option, make a fake receipt saying that he made the 5K, so that way Eyes comes and then not pay him the 5K at the end. And so this is where everything gets a lot sketchier on Cannon's behalf, because up until now, Cannon was good. Cannon chooses the third solution to send fake receipts and to basically fuck Eyes out of the money all of a sudden that he says he's gonna give Eyes. Not in a contract, but just kind of as a message, like, yeah, I'm gonna give you that money. But actually, in the back of his mind, he's not giving nobody shit. The contract doesn't say anything about a deposit. I looked through what he posted and I didn't see anything about a deposit. Eyes said his manager didn't say that, and then Cannon suggests that the manager is doing a bad job by not telling Eyes. Cannon says the contract is a contract. When you sign your name on a contract, that's it. I mean, you signed a contract. This was the point where Cannon sent a message to Buddha, and he confirmed that he said that this was a chess game and that he made fake receipts, and he confirmed that to all of us in his video as well. And then Cannon goes on to say that Buddha made a huge mistake. Actually, Buddha apologizes to Cannon according to Cannon and says that it's his fault. So Cannon is sorry. He feels bad for what's going on after he sees everything, and he says that he's going to send 2.5K to Buddha. So this is for me where it gets confusing, because all of a sudden now Cannon's sending 2.5K as, I don't know, like as a, after just sending fake receipts, maybe he felt bad or felt guilty, so he's sending half of what he said or what he lied about to kind of maybe make everything okay at the end of the day. I don't know exactly what the point of that was on Cannon's behalf. So he sent 2.5K. Buddha said it's cool this way and that it's all kosher. Buddha's apology is accepted, but now it's in Buddha's eyes, is what Cannon says. So this is another problem that Cannon has, is that Buddha, all of a sudden, after apologizing to Cannon and saying what he said to Cannon, all of a sudden in the live that Eyes puts on, is changing the story up on Cannon, and so he thinks that Buddha is bullshitting everyone and trying to flip the script. So Cannon says that he respects Eyes and that's why he made the live. He says that the manager, Buddha, is to blame. Miho made the contract and respected it. Cannon addresses the whole call out for catching that fade and says that he's into it. Like, if that's what it has to come down to, then they're gonna throw hands. He's gonna come out to Vegas alone for one day to make amends. And if that requires throwing hands, then so be it, one-on-one. He said he's scared about guns, and that is an issue. Like, there should, if it's an agreement to throw hands, then that's what it should be. I don't think it should come to this. If it were me, I wouldn't, because I think as men and as champions and as professional organizers, we can come to some kind of agreement, whether it be under the court of law or whether it be on terms between two men. So that's what they chose. They chose to throw hands, so that sounds like what's gonna go down. We still have to hear Tie-Dye's side of the story to this whole thing that Cannon just laid out for us. So let's not jump to any conclusions. Cannon apologizes for sending fake bank receipts. So personally, I don't know for sure, but the way I'm feeling at the moment, my opinion is that Cannon isn't lying about anything. I think he really laid out everything on the table here. It was a very dishonest thing to do, to send fake bank receipts. Obviously, that's a crime. That was really a dumb mistake on his behalf. But at the same time, like, he admits his faults. At the end of the day, Cannon, at the end of his video, remembers, like, oh yeah, I wanted to end this on this note. 2 days before Fusion Concept, Buddha asks for 5K because of a breach of contract. Eyes didn't get paid for China. Cannon says he wasn't in China for Fusion Concept. He was there for the other event. So, Eyes didn't go to China for that engagement with Fusion Concept. He didn't go. And so it sounds like here that Cannon didn't pay him for that. And there wasn't in the contract anything said about making a deposit either. The breach in contract from Cannon's perspective is Eyes. Eyes is breaching contract for not going to Fusion Concept in China. So if the whole contract is void because of this, then it all kind of makes sense. But if the contract is still in play, then what Cannon is saying has some weight behind it. Also, we need to watch what I's response to Canon's whole video is. So real quick, Callie Otter on the community section of my YouTube posted something really interesting. I wasn't able to contact my friend that knows law very well, and his name's David, and he's great, and he would love to do something like this, but he's working furiously this week, and he can't help me in time to make this video. But, like I said, in the comments on the community section of my YouTube, a man named Callie Otter, you said, number 1, Canon said Tie-Dye signed a bad contract, and he tried to renege on his commitment unless given more money. At this point, it sounded as if Canon had verbally agreed to change the parameters of the contract, up the amount of money. Through false pretense, it is possible to verbally agree and change a contract. Number 2, it seems the fake bank transfer receipt is real, and that is a criminal offense. I don't know why he would admit it live. So the third point he makes is, if a contract is broken, you sue for damages. You don't commit a wrong to lose the moral high ground, especially when you're a part of a large organization. And the fourth point he makes is, and the most important one, if Tie-Dyes did sign the original contract without reading it, he shares a good amount of the blame too. However, he used leverage, the threat of his absence at the event, to modify his contract. He is only at fault when he misses the event. A threat is just a threat. So on that fourth point, if what Callie Otter is saying is true, then Tie-Dye's not showing up to China may have been a breaching contract before him not getting a deposit or whatever it may be, because in the contract I don't see anything about a deposit. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and hopefully you guys can help me out in the comments. This is really a Sherlock Holmes case. It's like a serious investigation and I'm not good at this. I'm not a journalist. I'm not an investigator. Like, this isn't what I do. I'm a dancer. I work as a dancer, and I'm a YouTuber like part-time, and it's something that I like to do, and I think it's something that's cool to give back to the community. So I'm not sure where I really stand on this at the moment, and we're yet to see the Tie-Dye's live stream. I've seen it, and that's another reason why I don't want to give my opinion now, because we've just seen Canon's side of the story thus far, and Tie-Dye's elaborates on his point in the next live stream. So at the moment, I think I've laid it out all on the table for y'all to decide what your opinions are, and until the next episode, I will give you guys what I think on the whole situation. So I hope that this episode wasn't too much. It's a long video to watch, plus my commentary is very long as well, and I have about 5 minutes to wrap this up. I'm really lucky that I didn't run out of card space on this. So like I said, I'm gonna comment and give my full analysis on everything at the end of the next video, so stay tuned for that. And if you guys found this entertaining and you're enjoying all of this drama as much as I am, give this video a like, give me a subscribe. This story looks like it's gonna continue, and I'm not gonna stop until we're to the bottom of it. It looks like we're coming to the end of the season. It's gonna be the season finale very soon, it looks like. So I'm excited to finally reach this point. It's been a long week, and it's been a bunch of late nights and long editing sessions and waiting for uploads and promoting and marketing on my behalf. But after all of this, it's really cool because, I don't know, I'm getting shout outs from Tie-Dye's, getting shout outs from Canon. A lot of y'all watching are new. I have a bunch of new subscribers. There's been like 1,000 of you in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, it seems like it's all paying off. A lot of these videos get demonetized because there's violence and bad words going on in these videos, so I'm not making any revenue off of all of this. This is really just to continue the story because I find it interesting. Those likes and comments and subs and all of that, all of the sharing and reposting and mentions on Instagram, all of that is what I get paid with. So all of that stuff y'all been doing for the past couple of days, I really appreciate it. It's really helping out my channel, and it's really giving me motivation to continue working on this story. So that's it for today. My name is Robert Moraine. I hope you guys had fun today. Until next time, peace.